Welcome to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex. Today we're going to be taking a look at my favourite Switch eShop deals coming in under $10 or your local currency, and here I cover the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. We are in the lead up now to Black Friday, so things definitely a little quiet. 10 games for you all today though, and maybe you'll find something budget to hold you over. With that then, hit subscribe. We're pushing here for 50,000 subscribers by the end of 2022, and we are getting so close, and then in return, you can expect reviews and deals daily. Let's get started. I am continuing then the weekly $10 eShop gift card giveaways on this Thursday Budget Deals edition, and I do have a winner to announce as well as one more to give away. To enter, drop a comment down below and the winners they'll be announced in next week's video. Also, if you are grabbing anything, head to cornershop.gg for discounted eShop credits. You'll get 10% off at checkout using code CORNER, and then it's going to be instant delivery via email. Ghost1.0 to kick us off, then it's 70% off. That matches the low price, but we haven't seen this price now in near a year. A quality little hidden gem as well of this one, and come here if you fancy a Metroidvania. It comes though from the team behind Unepic, and the story, two, super hackers. They hire an agent to infiltrate a space station to steal a secret. This agent, they can become a ghost. From here though, expect naturally a whole lot of exploration, upgrades, items and weapons. The real pull here though, some 300 rooms to explore in the map. It's going to be sections with different themes. I'm definitely a fan of this release. Aragami then, it's back matching the low with 70% off, a price we do see frequently, but I wanted to give it a shout out as the sequel, it just dropped on the eShop yesterday, though I'm still unsure if I'm gonna be checking it out. From reviews on other platforms of the sequel, it struggles to live up to the formula that was put in place with this one. It's a throwback though to a genre I love, and that is assassin stealth action. We just don't see enough entries in this genre anymore, and this one, it has a fun narrative. We are a spirit with the ability to control shadows, and we're out to infiltrate this city and save the girl who summoned us. It's the Shadow Edition as well, which packs in a DLC called Nightfall, basically extra story content that takes place prior to the main game. A few performance issues honestly in here, but it is still good fun. Warsaw then will be for fans of Darkest Dungeon, and while honestly nowhere near as good as that one, it is a respectable attempt, and there would be far worse influences. That game is, let's face it, a modern classic. Here though, we find ourselves in the war. We're fighting as part of the resistance, and this is going to be everything from turn-based combat to map exploration to building up a base and squad and, simply trying to survive. What I really liked was while you may fight in one location, the enemy advances in others and it becomes incredibly strategic. Naturally, there's all sorts of things that can go wrong, including permadeath, and a few of the enemies, they can feel a tad on the unfair side. Overall though, I enjoyed it, and the story, it's definitely hard hitting. It's a new low price then, that is 80% off. If you do enjoy the content on this channel then and you own an Xbox, consider visiting us at XboxCorner as well. I've linked it in the pinned comment down below, but we are quickly growing out that channel as well, where I work with Luke from Switch Stars. We have reviews, deals, Game Pass breakdowns and graphical comparisons weekly, and of course we'd love that support. Self-plug over though, let's get back to the games. NeuroVoider then, it's here with 75% off. This one is well respected and rightfully so. A twin stick shooter RPG, it's about brains taking down evil robots. Along the way though, we get new weapons and upgrades, and we are out to end what is this eternal war. It's got some roguelite elements as well and close quarters action, and it even supports up to 4 players locally. This came out a long time ago now though, 2017, it's been a long time since I've picked it up, so the memory honestly a little hazy at this point, but again, while I know I enjoyed it, and between procedurally generated environmental pieces, bosses, and a solid synth soundtrack, I think it's well worth the price of entry. Jade Order then is about as budget as they come, and this one I reviewed it here on the channel, find that in the pinned comment down below. Essentially a puzzle game, it has a dash of a narrative, but basically light beacons save this world. The gameplay, it's grid based, you move then your enemies move, and it's figuring out how to take them down and simply get around them. It's a new low here though, 65% off, that is less than £1 for those in England, and I enjoyed it. In the comments there were countless mentions as well relating it to Hitman Go. I never did play that one, but after this experience I definitely want to now. Guacamelee 2 Complete Edition, then I'm going for the expanded one here because it's less than $1 more, and the packed in content, it's going to be worth it for you in my opinion. You'll get the base game as well as some cosmetics, but then it's also giving you the Proving Grounds challenge level. This one, it's a brawler Metroidvania that tasks us with coming out of retirement to save the Mexiverse. In the first, we had to save the president's daughter. Both entries are worth your time, honestly. Incredibly fine-tuned brawler experiences with an incredible fast pace. But yeah, this studio overall, they are just a top quality. The graphics then are stunning, as is the humor, and it runs perfectly on the Switch. It even supports up to 4 players in local co-op, and it's matching the low price, that is 75% off. Steamworld Dig 2 then gets a great deal here, 75% off, a new low price. But you're going to need to be quick if you do want this one, because at the time of this video going live, you have less than 48 hours to decide if you want to jump into this world. It's another one that released sometime back 2017, but it's considered another modern classic. A platform mining adventure with a dash of Metroidvania. It's just the digging here, it is just so satisfying. It adds this whole new element to the exploration, an air of mystery, and along the way then expect combat, traps, treasure, and uncover the truth behind our lost friend. You get some really fun abilities in here. It's a stunning looking game as well, and yeah, overall it's just a favourite of mine to play in handhelds. Golf Story then to kick off the final 3, and given we just got the Indie Direct and the announcement that Sports Story would be dropping this December, it may be the perfect time to jump in. It's 53% off, that matches the low price. The story though, we are a golfer out to achieve our dreams, and it's essentially RPG elements with arcade-like golf, and it was an absolute hit. It's just honestly great fun as well, thanks to what is the creativity. I love the packed in locations, the exploration, you could literally play from anywhere as well, and then the story, I was surprisingly entertained by it all. Also, we'll say here, even if golf's not your thing, this one is something special, and there's a reason why there's so much buzz around Sports Story, so hopefully they're now able to deliver on that follow-up. Slay the Spire then is our penultimate game, and this one, it's genius and one of the best roguelike deck builders out there alongside Monster Train. The idea though simple: ascend this spire, choose your path, and most likely then lose countless times. Building the deck though so satisfying, I love the enemies, and it's going to change things up for every single run. There's really very little I can add here that hasn't been said already. It's another personal favourite on the go, and leveraging things like relics items, it just changes the dynamic of the gameplay. So many games have copied this one though since its launch, but few have ever reached its heights. It's matching the low price then, that is 60% off. Our winner of the week then is going to Mirage, who picked up Project Warlock last week thanks to its sizable sale, and hopefully you were impressed. I'm a big fan of that one, and I think any old school first person shooter fan would enjoy it. Drop me an email though to claim your code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance to win in next week's video. Furi Modore Edition then to close us out, it's getting a new low here, 60% off, that brings it sub $10 for the first time ever, but it's going to be the base game as well as the expansion, which adds a new playable character and a combat style. I actually reviewed the latter here on the channel, find that in the pinned comment below. Additionally as well, I do know you can pick up the base game and the DLC separately on sale as well right now. Incredible game though that they've been supporting for years at this point. It's a boss rush experience set in a futuristic world where you're escaping some sort of prison. It combines gunplay, hack and slash, and bullet hell mechanics, with even minor walking sections just to give you a moment of peace before war, and that works really well. At launch, and still incredibly difficult, but they added in options such as invincibility and difficulty, so now I will say anyone can play. I just overall love this game though, it's a must own one, and it's got everything from a perfect soundtrack to an incredibly unique and vivid art style. And that is the video down. Will you be adding anything to the library this week, or are you holding onto that cash? Let me know in the comments down below. With that then, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews and deals daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.